Hello and welcome back to Football Corner Board, where we break down all things football. I'm your host Hari Keshav, and today we've got a massive Premier League preview lined up: Chelsea versus Man United at Stamford Bridge. Two giants of English football, both with a lot on the line and plenty of storylines heading into this one. And to break it all down, I'm joined by two fantastic guests. First up, we have Rishabh, who's a diehard Chelsea supporter and a brilliant football content creator. He runs the channel Blues Dressing Room across
Mm.
YouTube and Instagram, where he puts out consistently high quality, fan driven Chelsea and football content. Welcome to the podcast,
Thank you so
Rishabh
much.
Bhai.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. It's my first time I'm coming to your live. I'm really excited to have a good discussion with you guys. Although our clubs are not doing really good lately. So apart from that, let's create some good moments in this stream. At least with that we can go with tomorrow's match because we can't expect more. Euro is injured. We are not in a good form. Let's discuss, have some other things for fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Rishabh Bhai, for joining us.
Yeah.
If you've not checked into Rishabh Bhai's channel, Blues Dressing Room, please do so. All the links to his
Mm.
channels are there, will be there in the description. And also joining us from the United Front is Vishal, a very well-known face amongst the sports and United community. He's a die-hard Manchester United fan, and he runs his channel Vishal on Mic on Instagram and YouTube. Love his raw and honest takes on football as well. And thank you so much, Vishal, for joining us from a hard days of work at the office.
Yeah, thank you. I was just going to say, chill. Let's have a good time, At least let's see if we don't know how the match is gonna go. At least let's hope at least a good contest, and hopefully let's see how match goes. Yeah.
Mm.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, just a couple of things for today's episode. So, we will discuss Chelsea's current struggles. We will discuss about Manchester United's defense and all the injuries and how we're going to cope up with that. Some tactical expectations from both sides, what Champions League implications both of this have, and then your predictions and final thoughts. So, let's quickly jump into the episode, Rishabh. Chelsea are coming into this game when quite of a poor run, I have to say, because I think in all competitions, one win in 6 matches, and I think Chelsea have not scored in the last 3 Premier League games. So, from
Mm.
your perspective, what's going wrong? Because even when Rossinier started as the manager, things were not as bad. He had a good winning run at the beginning, but things have now turned into a bit of a lull. So, what is happening? Where do you see the problems are with this Chelsea team?
Mm. Okay. So first of all, यार जो the things that we are able to see, okay, जो चीजें अभी दिख रही है. So why these things are happening? First of all, what the way Liam Rosenier is playing is the exact same thing what Maresca warned us about. Like, don't play in this format or in this manner. You see, Sanchez. First of all, Sanchez, of course, Sanchez, because we saw a stint of matches, a stretch of events where Rosenier believed that Jorgensen is gonna do better than Sanchez, so he started playing with Jorgensen from the Aston Villa match, and then he featured against PSG in the first leg where things went absolutely wrong.
Mhm.
And I personally believe that this Rosinier's tactics is basically to play from the back, and this
Mhm.
system doesn't work for us judiciously because
Mhm.
you know what, we do not have the right ball playing goalkeepers. And even though if people think that Philip Jorgensen is a good ball playing keeper, he's actually not, because he's first of all not getting the minutes, and he's not confident because of that reason that we clearly saw against PSG. So he's a bang average goalkeeper. And for the point that Sanchez was performing very in a very good manner when Maresca was already there, that thing was also broken down by Rosenier when he said that he doesn't have a first choice keeper. When you are a top tier team, how the hell in this world you don't have a first choice keeper, like at least like Robert Sanchez? I see from the Club World Cup final itself, I believe that Robert Sanchez had quite a good performance. Okay, uh, he's not very good on the ball when it comes to the distribution and all. I mean, not the distribution, but the passes from the back. He's not very good at that. So that's the reason Maresca used to ask Robert Sanchez to go for long balls, or he
Mm.
used to ask Maresca, like Maresca used to ask Sanchez to keep a center back beside him, like Chalobah or Fofana, and then start passing
Mm.
and progressing the ball. Okay,
Mm.
there is no connection between the players. Caicedo looks like a bang average, below average defensive midfielder, and that is very very harsh to say that. I know we'll all love Caicedo, the way he plays. He's a very important player for this team, but under Rosenier his form has gone down. Mark Cucurella is not even half the player he is. uh, our center back situation is even worse. We are getting opened up by Newcastle. You saw that pass that was given during the Newcastle match. I think Voltemada was running and he
Yeah.
scores. Anthony Gordon scores. So see, that's what I'm saying. You cannot expect this team to be clinical if you do not have a clinical manager. He's not a
Mm.
manager in the first place. Rosenier, I don't know how much decision Rosenier is taking for this team independently. I think Rosenier is just a puppet and he is being fed some data, and he's just following that sort of data to execute the process, nothing else. And this process has absolutely failed, especially when the topic comes about players like Enzo Fernandez. Okay, Enzo Fernandez is such an established player. I don't think that a player like Enzo Fernandez should prefer staying in a club like Chelsea Football Club, how we are doing business and how we are playing the games right now. We have become a damn average club in under this ownership and also with this manager. First of all, Liam Rosenier, at this point of time, I won't say that Liam Rosenier is bad manager, but Liam Rosenier is not, he cannot be good at Chelsea at this point of time. First of all, he could have gone, he would have been in Strasbourg, he could have won the Conference League, he would have learned from his experiences, then he would have made a shift to Premier League, managed a team like Everton, Brentford, or went to a team like newly promoted side, become a manager, and then achieved something with it, and then he could have become a Chelsea manager. That could
Mm.
have been done. Because if you want to be a manager in Chelsea, first of all, you are getting players like Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Joao Pedro, Reece James, all these sort of players. Okay,
Yeah.
Caicedo. So Estevao Willian, who is a potential Ballon d'Or winner. So how can you expect these players to respect a person who, as a player, was below average, who is as a manager hasn't proved anything? So I don't understand. See, at idealistically, people can say that Liam Rosenier was in Derby County. He has achieved up to this point, up to that point. See, in football, realistically, if we say, people judge achievements through trophies.
True.
Simple. If I ask you that Oliver Glasner is successful or not, he has won the FA Cup. He is successful. Okay. If you ask Cesc Fabregas is successful or not, he is successful, although he has not won anything, but
Mm.
he has taken Como from such a lower side, from such a lower division in Syria to the first division, now trying to get into the Champions League. So that's a big achievement. Felipe Luis has won a lot of things. Even Ruben Amorim, when he was coming to your club, he was a successful manager because he had won something. That is the question. These these owners don't want to go for a manager who actually has a winning mentality.
Yeah.
Try to understand. Like, if they get a manager like Maresca who actually won something, they will
Mm.
ask for players which they cannot give.
Mm.
Maresca wanted a good center back. See, I
Yeah.
was pretty sure that if we had Roman Abramovich as a owner, no,
Mm.
like if it was Roman Abramovich, he would have straight gone for Bastoni. He would have sold all these shenanigans that is going on in this football club. Our center back situation is so worse. Okay, this thing would have been better under Roman Abramovich because he would have taken the right set of decisions. Okay, first of all, as a business model, this club has failed. As per sporting side, this club has failed. As per player signing, this club has failed. So what? And also in terms of front of shirt sponsor, we have failed from all the ends. So how we can guarantee success in the future? I don't understand, Mr. Ekbali. When you are coming to the public, you are speaking nonsense. You are whom are you trying to fool? Are we looking like fool? See, when these people didn't know there is a club that Chelsea exists, because these people are so busy watching baseball and rugby. From that point of time, we are watching Chelsea Football Club since 2012. I am watching. I was a baby back then. Okay, like I was 12 years old. I used to watch Chelsea Football Club, and I was in love with this club because of the culture, the mentality, and the mentality of the players. Okay, just try to understand. You when you see John Terry, Lampard, SCN, Drogba, all these sort of players, Hazard, and then you suddenly see Garnacho, Gittins, Delap, and these sort of players. You are like, oh my god, what the hell is happening? You see Tosin and Badiashile, oh my god, what the hell is going on? So no Chelsea fan who is a oldie Chelsea fan. Come on, I am pretty sure from 2000 to 2010, early 2000, people will never accept this, and also the people from 2010 to 2020 people, they also won't validate this sort of model. In fact, Frank Lampard was better than Liam Rosenior during as an interim manager. I will tell you this. Okay, people may criticize Frank that no, Frank Lampard was an average manager. All can you hear what you are saying? Because when Frank Lampard took his job in his first tenure in Chelsea, that time there was a transfer ban, and in that
Yeah.
transfer ban, Frank Lampard was able to sign players who were just academy players, and he was able to prepare a squad that was capable of challenging the Champions League
Mm.
with Thomas Tuchel,
Yeah.
which Thomas Tuchel later achieved. So
Yeah.
we don't even know what we are saying about Frank Lampard. If you
Mm.
give him the right players, if you do the
Mm.
right sort of signings, I'm pretty sure Frank Lampard is the guy.
Mhm.
Because if people can show so much confidence with Mikel Arteta, I have
Mm.
no problem if you bring Frank Lampard. He would have been a better manager than Liam Rosenior, and I am sure that he would not be as demanding as Luis Enrique. So that side is also secured. So these
Mm.
people do not know how to make decisions. These people know nothing about football. Okay, and when these people say we are going to get the world's best talents, why the world's best talents want to stay in your club if you do not have a role model, if you do not have role model at every position? See, uh, for all sorts of players, young players that we were signing, okay, for a player like Diego Costa, there was a Didier Drogba. Okay,
True.
uh, for a Didier Drogba, there was always a Ferran Torres in the backup, although he was not a successful signing for us. He was
Yeah.
a super flop, but yeah, still he was the level. That was the level we used to flop at. Now we are flopping at Garnacho. We are flopping at Dilap. We are flopping at what is this guy's name? Tosin, and another one of his twin brother, Badiashile. These sort of people we are signing. So what can I say? Jorel Hato is a very good player. Estava Willian is a very good player. Coenda is a very good player. Emiga is a very good player. But are they ready to compete? No, they are
Yeah.
not ready to compete. Then how could you come and say in public that Chelsea is competing? We want to compete. We cannot win all the games, but that doesn't mean we don't want to win. So you are saying that you don't want to win all the games. Fair, accepted. You are not winning any games. You are winning none of them. None of them. Nil. Oh my god. So this is the condition of this club. So when I understand that we as a club, I also don't want my club to lose any of the fixture. I want that we go and get the 3 points. Okay. I want that we become a successful team. But with this sort of attitude where you are bashing Enzo Fernandez for what? He has said he wants to stay in Madrid. What's wrong in that? Every player has a dream. Every player wants to go. You see Thibaut Courtois, how he left us. Thibaut
Yeah.
Courtois didn't leave in good terms with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay, he had absolute hemorrhage in relationships with Chelsea, and he went to Real Madrid. At least Enzo Fernandez is not doing that sort of thing. He aspires to be in Real Madrid because he loves the club. Wants to be in Real Madrid someday because that's his dream. That's his aspiration. You cannot snatch someone's dream. You are not a corporate company that you want to kill someone's dream. You are signing. You are giving contracts to Reece James, a player like Reece James, who is a million times better player than Malo Gusto and players like Pedro Neto and Garnacho. Okay, who can play in the midfield as well, who can play as a wing back, who can play as a full back, who can play in multiple positions. You are giving such a underrated contract, like such a overrated or whatever I say. It's a very underwhelming contract to Reece James, right?
Mm.
How is it even acceptable? Is
Yeah.
this a club or a joke? Like they have turned this club into some sort of lala company we have seen, right? There is like they do not have any standards. They'll just do, hey, I have told you na, by the end of day you have to finish this work, you have to finish this work. There is no lead, there is no direction, there is no structure, there is no planning, nothing. Just do the job. Just do as I say. ऐसा करना है तो करना है. Just that's it. That is their nature, right? So I see many people saying that if I am supporting my club, if I am supporting Chelsea, I do not want bad for my club. I do not want them to lose against Manchester City. Before the club, if you remember, before that fixture, if you remember, people were saying if we lose to Manchester City, Arsenal are going to get bottled. Like they will bottle the league. Their points gap will reduce and all. You know what? I also wanted Chelsea to win. I was watching that match with expectations in a live stream, but the sad part is, even though that day I kept the expectations, you cannot have expectation from this ownership. The players have given up. The players have given up now. And the players have given up in the sense they don't trust the manager. They do not trust the process. They do not. And even though Moises Caicedo and Reece James trust the process, one or two players trust the process. Two or three players trust the process. Majority of the group doesn't trust the process. They do not, and they do not want to. As a unit, they do not want to put the efforts anymore. They are not ready. You tell me, a month or two ago, we were able to draw with Manchester City with Callum freaking McFarlane. Callum freaking McFarlane, we were able to draw because the players had a spirit of winning. That we have the belief we want to keep going. But this Liam Rosenier experiment has gone absolutely wrong for these people. Absolutely wrong. Okay. So that is my point of view. I don't want to say anything other than this because this club has absolutely done a shambolic job. They have let the fans down. They have let the expectations of the players down. How can a player like Enzo Fernandez cannot get a proper contract or a pay rise when Gravenberch can get that? Gravenberch, come
Yeah.
on. So
Yeah,
that means you're
exactly.
saying that Enzo Fernandez is not in par with players like Gravenberch? Come on, how can you expect that? The ball distribution, the tempo with which Enzo Fernandez is playing, he's such a good box to box midfielder. How can you even say like Enzo Fernandez is not Enzo Fernandez was pulling the club down? He was saying things like that. We as a club, our mentality is so low. Our mentality is so crippled that we don't understand that what is right and what is wrong. He just said that he wants to stay in Madrid. He never said that I want to go to Real Madrid now. I'm offering myself to Real Madrid now. Otherwise, Kukurea said clearly, on the other hand, Kukurea said very clearly that if Barcelona approaches me, it will be very difficult to say no. It was very clear. So, how can you just blame Enzo Fernandez? The point is, now that you have realized that Enzo Fernandez has some aspirations in his life, he's aspiring, he wants to win. Now, these idiots, these Igbalis, these Todd Bowleys, these people have gone absolutely lunatic because these are not these are not owners owning a sporting club. These are people those who are running a corporate company. They don't want to have aspirations. They want is follow the protocols, do the protocols, do something, just keep competing as a mid-tier team. Although we have that world champions batch that we don't deserve to be. With the kind of games we are playing right now, with the type of games we are playing right now, with the type of attitude and mentality we are playing right now. So, and then you will go and what you will do? You will blame Enzo Fernandez so that you can make profit out of it. So that
I
someone
have a
comes,
better
you send 100
saw
million
that.
pounds.
Was Cucurella was given any ban or should not play because of his comments? I don't think so. He was given, right, for his comments to play. He wants to go back to Barcelona.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, that what Kukurea said, if you see in the point of view that Enzo Fernandez was wrong, in the same manner, Kukurea was also wrong. Because
Yeah.
Kukurea also said the same sort of things and even worse because he directly mentioned the club's name. And he said that it would be very difficult to turn down an offer like that. Offer like what? From Barcelona. So he mentioned that very clearly, although Enzo Fernandez didn't mention that clearly. Okay. So all these things are being done. It's because of just one reason, and that is they want to make money out of Enzo Fernandez, 100 million pounds. Because the reality is their business model has also failed. They have suffered huge losses. They
Yeah.
are in immense debt. Okay, because the money that they had invested on players like Gittens, Garnacho, Dilap, Bonanotte, Bonanotte. I mean, what sort of signing was that? What sort of signing was that? We see Facundo Bonanotte being signed in the summer. I was thinking like, why aren't we signing Morgan Rogers? We are going to play Champions League this season. Why aren't we going for Morgan Rogers? Why aren't we going for Igor Thiago? We are going for players like Bonanotte. And what is Bonanotte doing? He's warming all the seats in Stamford Bridge. That's what he's doing. And of course, he's a young player. He wants to leave. He went to Leeds and now he's I think he's playing for Leeds pretty well. I think he's playing in Leeds. So you cannot run a club like this. Even if you want to make profit out of players, even Dortmund won't do these things. Even Brighton won't do this sort of nonsense. So you have failed, and on the other hand, you are not ready to take the accountability. So I have nothing to say. I think if we get a draw, also that's a very big deal. It's like just winning the Champions League 15 times, like Real Madrid. If we get a draw tomorrow, it's so humiliating
Wow.
for us. Okay, because see, I have been a core
But why,
Chelsea fan.
Rishabh Bhai? I totally understand. And I mean,
Mhm.
first of all, if I were to close this podcast now without having to say anything, I think you have represented all Chelsea fans in feeling the way you did. And thank you so much for venting whatever. This was, I have to say, the greatest monologue or venting that I have seen in a very
I
long
think he
time.
covered everything. That's
He
all
covered
the
everything.
problems in
I
the
will
entire
now close.
club.
Exactly. I will close my podcast and say thank you, Rishabh Bhai, thank you for this. This was, I have to say, one of the most spectacular. All it required was some sponsors behind and a mic, press conference mic, and you had to go at it, Rishabh Bhai, because
Oh my
this
God,
was
no.
magnificent. Thank you so much for. But also, I totally understand the fan sentiment, and also I think tomorrow at Stamford Bridge there is a protest being planned before the match, and I can totally understand where all of this is coming from. But even at the depths of how frustrated you are, Rishabh, you cannot believe that tomorrow at Stamford Bridge, that a good draw would be a great result, right? Especially considering now the injury concerns with United. Obviously, I'll go. I will discuss that with Vishal as well. But
Hmm.
you would expect your team to win, right? Tomorrow, with everything that is going on, probably that is the biggest motivation now that to set everything straight. I think Enzo, as far as I read, Enzo Fernandez, despite all of his differences with the club, with Liam Rosener, is back in the squad and will face United. So Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, not just a amazing midfield pair, but the amount of goals Enzo Fernandez has scored and assisted this season by he's such a enigma in that midfield. So I'm guessing you should be a bit more confident than what you are, right?
Yeah, see, definitely I'm confident with the players, but I'm not confident with the way they are playing after
Hmm.
Mariska left.
Hmm.
Okay, that is the practical situation. In short, Mariska never wanted to play from the back because he know that our backline is very vulnerable to pressing. When you have players like Mbumo, and we saw what happened in Manchester United, like what happened in OT.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cannot do that. Just
Hmm.
cannot do that. That was a bozo moment from Sanchez.
True.
Something happens to Sanchez against Manchester United. Something happens to him. I don't know what, but something happens to him. Um, this is the exact problem with Liam Rosenior. He could do
Hmm.
even worse
Hmm.
because he thinks that this is how I want to play. Not actually not Rosenior, but this is how the club wants Liam Rosenior to play with the team. But the
Hmm.
team is not ready because they were more adaptable. They were more confident with Maresca's system. They believed Maresca's system, that midfield dominant system. Maresca never wanted to risk the ball in the back line. Never. Okay. So I have confidence on my players. I want to support my players, but not the club. As I said in a lot of my reels, that people, those who are in London, all the match going fans, you have to protest. You have to make your voices heard. You have to make sure the PR of this club is going down because that's how they are trying to promote themselves. It's a fraud business. It's not for football. It's to kill football for sure. For sure.
Thank you, Rishabh Bhai, for that very passionate venting out, because I can totally feel the frustration, and I think you have wonderfully covered each and every aspect. I started the podcast with asking, what do you feel about tomorrow's game? And you have gone back decades back till today, whatever the Chelsea fans have endured, whatever they're feeling, you've been a voice. So thank you so much for that, Rishabh Bhai, for
Thank you. Thank you.
elucidating what exactly is the problem. And as fellow American-owned club, we know how it feels when these American owners who have no idea
Hmm.
of what football means, even that they call soccer. So they come in and they create a mess. So we know how it feels. But Vishal, now from a United perspective, that decisions looks like the referees have different rules for other teams and different rules for Man United, because we always tend to be getting on the bad end of some very farcical decisions, I have to say. And added to this, we also have not just suspensions but injuries. So tomorrow, I think we will be without Maguire and Lisandro due to suspensions. And we've heard that just before going into this
Yes,
podcast,
yes.
we've heard that Euro is going to be injured.
He's
So
injured. Mm.
what is the game plan for tomorrow, Vishal? Stamford Bridge is also a very difficult place for United to go. I think we've won there in the last 22 games we've played in Stamford Bridge. We've just won 2. So, what is going to be United's game plan set up tomorrow? And are you confident with this defensive woes that we are having at
One
this point?
thing, if whoever watched the Man United game last week,
Hmm.
they would be pretty sure that yes, referees are one part of the side that did stop us. Okay, but the first half was too slow. We
100%.
we weren't at the best. Yeah, we are playing 1 month later and everything. We had a huge break. We are adapting and everything. But even before that, the games we played, the first half that we are starting up is we are too damn slow there. We have not been up to our best. Yes, referees haven't made I was seeing the Bournemouth game. There was one penalty call on Amad Diallo. I saw the referee voice over there on that. There's just a pull with both the hands, and the referees are literally like, I don't know whether it's a complete foul, so just the play on. They're just saying that. And in the other case, for the slightest of dust, they are giving penalties.
Yeah,
Either they should follow the rule book blindly, or
true.
they should say, give if they are taking a rule on a penalty, they should follow it for everything. So the
Hmm.
PGMOL is completely, the rule based. So it's not in our control. Neither
Hmm.
clubs, whatever we complain, whatever they do, whatever players say, coaches say, they are going to get banned, penalty, anything. So nothing we are going to do. Like we have no say. But
Mhm.
the performances, to be honest, the last week, yes, we turned up in the second half. Now we have a lot of injuries. Already we don't have Dogu, who was playing really good,
True.
and he's missing. Delight is missing. Now Maguire is suspended. Euro is gone, and I really don't know. So Casemiro should hold up the defenders entirely. I don't know
Mhm.
how young their players are. They're going to help with Chelsea. Actually, yes, Chelsea is going through injury as well, but we have not been a top four also. And in the attacking part, let me be
You,
honest, Piero.
Vishal, just one question, that you feel that Casemiro should be part of the defense tomorrow, or?
No, I feel like more than Casemiro being in midfield role, I feel like he needs to support defenders a lot tomorrow, more than an
Okay,
attacking
but
perspective.
what would be your defensive setup then tomorrow for Chelsea, considering that you also feel that you feel that Casemiro should play, I'm guessing, a little deeper and not go ahead. That's what
Yeah,
I.
yeah, because you see, you have Dalot and Luksha who are going to
Mhm.
fly up. Yeah, they are going to
Mhm.
be a wing backs. That's what I feel. Okay,
True.
and Bruno is playing deep. Actually, if you see
Mhm.
the last game,
Mhm.
most of the last 2 3 games,
Mhm.
Manchester United have been creating chances entirely with Bruno. It's like
True.
Bruno giving the long balls in, and they are trying to score off it. So if Bruno's going to play behind as well, I really don't know how the attack is gonna perform. There's no Maino
Mhm.
as well, I think, right? Maino was missed last game. Is he going to play tomorrow? I'm not sure about that either.
Mhm.
So Maino's the missing. So with all these options, so that's make sure that Ugarte is going to be there. I really don't trust Ugarte as well in the defensive position, because he has been at times he's really good, at times he's nowhere near. So there are a lot of concerns as similar to Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans, I as Rishabh Bhai was venting out for 18 months, probably not even 18 months, 12 months he has been going through this. We have been going through this for 12 years, okay? With different signings, with different. We had Garnacho for 4 years. With
Yeah.
one bicycle kicks, he was staying with us for 4 years. And now I saw yesterday he has deleted all the reels about Chelsea and he's trying to plot a move back to Manchester United. Saying that he has love for bro, where's the love for Manchester United? Nobody wants him back there. Because of the ego and everything. So these lot of both the clubs which are in a terrible situations, one club which is completely out of all the competitions. Mind you, Man U are playing so good because Bruno's getting so much rest. Every
True.
player, let it be Konya or Yambumo, Sesko, everybody's getting so much rest. They don't have any game time. They are not facing as much injuries as other clubs actually. With all this, that's the reason why I feel we are in actually top four. I don't know if we were playing in other competitions. I don't think so. We would have been in top four. We would have definitely had some injury issues. Bruno would have definitely faced injury issues for how much he plays and everything. So we are also in a huge pothole, similar like Chelsea. Just that we haven't been playing a lot of games. That's one concern. Another is, are they really trusting on Carrick to go forward with this? But one thing I feel is, yes, Carrick's tactics has been good. He has been trying to adapt to the players, but more like the system has been dictated by Bruno. Bruno has been the one delivering. Yambumo has been inconsistent here and there. Okay, Yambumo has been top class, but he has been inconsistent here and there. The performances. Sesko as a super sub has worked really well for Manchester United. So I doubt whether should Sesko start or maybe put Cunha as a striker. But who's gonna play the left wing? If right wing, Amat might be playing right wing. Who's gonna play? There has been a lot of confusions and surrounding whose availability. We don't know. Suddenly another player might get into. Kobe Maino's injury was in the last minute in the last game. I think he was not. He was about to play in that game. I think.
Yeah.
And he was missed in that game. So
But I think he's traveled to London as far as I
yeah,
see.
he has done that. So then I think about option should Xerxes start. How Xerxes would fit in. So if we're gonna Sesko has been super effective as a super sub when he's coming, then let Xerxes start, and maybe we can have Cunha, Yambumo, and Xerxes starting in, and then Bruno on that. Now the defensive mid position, who are you going to put, Ugarte or Casemiro? Because who is going to be the other centre back for us is another question. With Maguire is missing, Euro is missing, Delight is missing. What are the other options that we can look out for?
I think for me, if I would like to see Casemiro play centre back, but I think what will happen will be, I think it will be Shaw and Heaven who will play centre back, and probably play Dallo and somebody else as left back. I don't want to say Malaysia, that's why I've not said it yet.
Yeah,
but I believe, or he could go somewhere. I don't know who's traveled, but he could also choose from the academy, somebody like Fredrickson or something. But I'm not quite sure at this.
Yeah. Finish.
No. I just wanted to say that I don't think for this at this stage of the season he's going to go into the academy and choose somebody to play centre back in such a crucial match from the academy. So I think it will either be Shaw, Heaven, or Mazraoui will somehow be involved. If Mazraoui plays right back, then Shaw could still play left back, and then Casemiro as centre back. Casemiro has played centre back. I would like that. Then that allows
with
us.
the option of Dalot playing in as another centre back probably. So
I have never seen Dallo play centre back. It will be. I mean, he hardly plays his position of left back or right back very well. So I'm scared if he plays centre back.
And I didn't see much of Heaven since Carrick has arrived. Actually,
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Exactly.
Actually, Amorim was using Heaven in his last phase of that when he was managing United. Heaven was actually a bit good. But since Carrick has arrived, we have not seen much of Heaven.
Exactly.
So if Heaven is coming from a break and everything, will he straight away deliver? That's another point of question I have.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to see Ugarte on the pitch right away. Just like how Rishabh Bhai would not want Garnacho to be in the starting 11, I would similarly would not want Ugarte. Like even as a super sub, the mistakes he makes, and Mazraoui had an off game last time.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
I'm
sure
sure
about how
Garnacho
Mazraoui
will be
would
put
be.
into starting 11. You know why?
Yeah. Okay. You think so, Rishabh bhai? I mean, apart from the jokes, you really think Garnacho will start tomorrow?
This is CFC LD and Haribhai. They do some random BS. I already told you. So I won't be surprised because they will give some random excuse. Garnacho. One more thing. If they really want to sell Garnacho, they actually have to make him play. That is also one of the
Yeah, with so many matches, I'm guessing, right? He has to fulfill the quota. But Rishabh bhai, coming back to you, I've discussed with both of you. Both the set of fans are not confident into this game, and the funny part is this game is so crucial because for United we are in third place, but we have Aston Villa and Liverpool breathing down our necks. Chelsea already has a 7-point gap between Chelsea and United, and Chelsea cannot afford to lose this game as well. So it's such a crucial juncture of this season, and both sets of fans are quite nervy about tomorrow. But what is one battle you're looking forward to tomorrow, from a football fan perspective, not as a Chelsea fan, but from a football fan perspective? Which two players from each side, one key battle that you're looking forward to tomorrow?
So, what I think yesterday it should be a midfield battle because you guys gonna play probably Casemiro and Ugarte in the midfield. And what I feel is maybe Enzo, Caicedo, and Santos will be playing as a midfield trio, where Enzo Fernandez will be in the attacking mid. Yeah, you guys will have Bruno as well, right?
Yeah.
So that is the battle I want to look at. How it is
Mhm.
going to happen. That
Mhm.
midfield battle. How
Brilliant.
Caicedo, how Caicedo is going to like definitely I want Caicedo to be performing well in tomorrow's match. Rest I don't know what will be the Roseniers effect, but definitely I want these guys to perform, and the midfield battle is what I want to see. And since do you have Mbuma available tomorrow? Mbuma is available,
Think
right?
so. I think so. I think last time Rishabh Bhai he came off the bench, but it was not due to injury or anything. It was just he wanted him off the bench.
Hmm.
But I guess he was. The whole team was quite slow, as Vishal rightly said. It
Hmm.
was just like how a team would play after 1 month of no
Hmm.
football.
No football. Huh.
Exactly. Vishal, your take tomorrow. Which key battle are you looking forward to? Is it like what Rishabh Bhai said, the midfield battle, or do you have anything else in mind? Two
I,
players.
I before that I wanted to ask Rishabh one thing. Do
Sure.
you guys think that you all miss Cole Palmer because of the injuries that he has went through this season? Up and down in September, he had one. November, he had one. Now, do you guys
Hmm.
think that he is a bit of missing piece that might affect with those performances, like, or could change the fortunes? Just in case, let's say that if
Hmm.
Palmer was in this game, do you guys think that you guys could have smelled a chance over here? A bit of more confidence in this. Just he's been out of action for a long period of time, and
Hmm.
last year he was part of Maresca's main engine. Like, do you think that you guys are missing him by any chance?
So what I think is, yeah, definitely the injury situation has affected Cole Palmer's performance, because when a player is injured, not just because of fitness issue, he's not good when he's returning back to the pitch, but it's also because of the sharpness of the player. He hasn't played for a very long time, so he's not relevant in the current season. Like Levi Colville also. Levi Colville, when he comes back, he
Hmm.
is going to be rusty. When it comes to Cole Palmer used to function very differently against very differently in the system of Maresca, because
Hmm.
Cole Palmer used to create more chances under Maresca. He was a very creative player. Now Cole Palmer is not even a creative player. Cole Palmer is lost, absolutely
Since then.
lost. He is not
Hmm.
even half of the player he was under Maresca, and that is the truth. More of more of the things, like how he missed the opportunity against Leeds. We had the option to go, like we had the opportunity, we had the chance to go in the top 4, but we lost not lost, but we draw to Leeds. Cole Palmer made a terrible miss. Okay, so that's what I think. The calmness, composure, the lack of maturity when you're having these sort of players is quite, evident. Although Cole Palmer is a world class talent, there is no
Hmm.
doubt about that. Jao Pedro, Estevao Willian, they are all world class talents, but you have to put a good manager on top of them. Stop micromanaging. That is also one of the reasons why everything is connected. It's not just about Cole Palmer. Cole
Hmm.
Palmer can only perform very well when he is managed by a very good person, right?
Yeah.
Everything works relative to each other in football, because football has a human element. You take away the human element, you make it mechanical, you become Arsenal. You become Arsenal. That is what happens in terms of football. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Amazing,
get that.
amazing, Rishabh
That's
Bhai.
what it is.
Very well put.
Yes, that's the thing. Now, as a key battle, what I am looking for is the battle between probably Ahmad or Brian versus
Mhm.
Cucurella.
Okay,
Hmm.
Let's
brilliant.
say on the right, how will Cucurella play against Ahmad? Will Ahmad
Mhm.
actually Ahmad has been good. Ahmad has had a mixed season so far, just like Brian. He has had a mixed season so far. He was not the Ahmad Diallo which we saw in the previous season. He was a bit
True.
solo carrying on the right side, and how Cucurella would go up with Ahmad, and if Ahmad and Brian are gonna combine well, will he be able to
Hmm.
put up with that? And
Hmm.
provided Chelsea's defense, as Bro was also saying, like, you need to be a bit X factor. If Ahmad is going to be good there, then that would be a problem for Chelsea. So I will be looking forward for that battle more than the midfield battle. I feel like it
So
can be a counter battle between Ahmad and Cucurella. That can be a key factor over there. That's what I
So
feel.
what I feel about this is, Kukure and Neto will be playing on the same end. I think
Hmm.
I don't know about Garnacho if he's starting or not, but I'm pretty sure that Neto will be on the left with Kukure, and Kukurea will be helped by Neto off the ball mostly. So if even if Ahmad attacks, that is how I want to play. Want Chelsea to see playing,
You,
because that is sensible football. If Liam Rosenior puts Garnacho over there, then what will I do? I'll beat my chest. That's it. So you know, if Neto is there with Kukurea, I'm pretty sure they can defend well, because Neto can defend well
yeah.
Yeah.
I,
alongside Kukurea. That we have already seen a couple, like lot of times, Neto doing that. Ahmad, in terms of work rate, he's very good. Okay, in terms of creating chances, and he can create some threats for sure. But I think Kukurea and Neto should be enough to stop Ahmad. I think so. But only if Liam Rosenior wants to do
actually, you
that.
guys started Neto only at the left wing, right? Last game, like, if I'm not wrong.
Neto, sorry.
Neto started not started at the left, right?
Neto only started in the
Started at
last
the left.
game, against Manchester City. That is true. Neto
Okay.
was on the left, Esteva was on the right. We played our like what best team we have available right now, except Enzo Fernandez and Reece James. So that is the problem right now, that we are lacking Reece James also. That is one of the biggest problem, because
Yeah.
in critical matches, Reece James won't play as a right back. He will play in the midfield. Gusto will start as a right back, and Achempong will come from the bench. Since Reece James is not there, so many players are getting affected. Because this guy is not here. So I don't know. Like in terms of creating chances, only I am very skeptical. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like if Neto is going, because Neto is very bad in passes and crossing. Oh my god,
Actually, that's why I
very
feel
frustrating.
like that place, why I felt the right side will be a major part of the game will be dealt with, because last few games, if you watch United how they play, Dalot from the right back is pushing harder in the attack. He is even trying to take shots. He is even trying to dribble past the defenders, just go to the midfield. So in
Mm.
that case, so you also will be having an extra man. So whether Neto will be marking Dalot, or will he be still covering Amar? That will be a discussion out there. And Yamumo will also try to be on the counter. So I feel that area is how that gonna decide somehow. Maybe I feel like that area is where the goals may come in. But we have to wait and see. We never know how the managers change the tactics. And provided the injuries that we are going through, we really don't know who's going to be a back four and everything. So
Yeah.
we must wait and see.
I'm pretty sure that who are the players that we are playing in the back four. Like Kukurea is there, Hato is there, Fofana is there, and we are going to play Gusto on the right back. So Fofana and Hato, one 19-year-old guy and one guy who is out of form. That's quite easy for you. I think you guys should score. Seshko must score.
On the
Sheshko is
on
a
the
Yes.
very tall and physically profiled striker, you can say. So I think you have a good
True,
chance.
yeah, it's obviously true. But as I mentioned there, Sesko as a super sub has been really effective. But when he has started games, if you have not even taken the stats, or when you see that when he starts afresh from the start of the game, he hasn't been that effective. So if he's gonna start the game, that might not be super decisive at that field. Then in that case, I feel like Yambumo should be the one starting as a striker. But we'll see how it goes for like we never know how things go and
You
everything.
have got
We have
actually very good striker options. I think if you start playing Mbumo as a full striker and with Sesko as a super sub, your striker position is quite secure, and a good player, a young talent you can keep behind Sesko, so that he can provide a good squad depth. So that can be a good option. Why that is what? Why do you guys don't go for players like Hendrik? You guys should go for Hendrik. No, what is the problem?
I think
Hendrik is such a good player.
next season, we have a couple of priority positions to fill.
the
First of all,
defensive mid Casemiro is leaving
defensive.
actually.
Casemiro is
Yeah.
leaving.
Hmm.
Then centre backs, we have a huge
But there is
issue.
Bruno Guimaraes coming, right?
I
Bruno
mean,
Guimaraes.
we are looking for either Bruno Guimaraes, Elliot, or Sandro Tonali.
Shannon,
Where
all
with
these three.
I think so at least one of these is I think the priority position that we will try to fill, and most of the funds will go for towards that. But that is why I'm saying, Rishabh, by this game is so important in securing, I think, Champions League for both teams, because we know with Chelsea what's going to happen. Chelsea is going to again see a huge change, a lot of exodus, players leaving, a lot of money will be again spent to make sure that players are bought. You know the cycle better than I do. For United, again, this funds from the Champions League is going to be very important on how they rebuild the squad. Final closing thoughts, Vishal, to you. One score prediction for tomorrow at the bridge.
I feel it's going to be a 2-2 draw for me, because
2-2
I
draw.
feel like only because of the fact that we are not unsure of our defense, and we don't have a lot of defensive midfield options. We don't have minor.
Mm.
Definitely, I am pretty sure Ugarte is going to start. Uh, so in that case, I think Chelsea can sniff something here in Stamford Bridge. I feel like I feel there are people who are going to make mistakes on defense on either of the sides. So I feel like it's going to be a 2-2 draw for me.
And do you think Bruno is going to add to his assist numbers tomorrow, Vishal?
Yeah, he's the one who's going to be the anchor of that game. Literally, like you've seen the last three games. Come on, Adi.
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
seen this
yeah.
entire season. It's been Bruno giving in the balls from behind, or Cunha sometimes from near the corner. There's a counter attack, and then we are scoring goals. This is how the entire season has been. So it's either going to be Cunha or Bruno assisting and us scoring, or maybe from set pieces, rally right from the corners or somewhere. So I feel those are the way. But I still don't know. There are chances that from where Ahmad, if they are on a better performance, if they put on a better performance on a counter, so I feel like games where mistakes could decide who wins this game. So we'll see how things goes, right?
Perfect. Rishabh, your score prediction for tomorrow at the bridge?
I think it has to be 2-0 United. United should win. I support
Okay.
United. I don't want to support in any way this
No, no,
club
I
and this
understand.
ownership. No,
Yes.
tomorrow it's a protest, and in fact,
Mm.
fans from Strasbourg are also coming. They are
Okay.
coming from all the way from France to protest for us for their own club. So it should be a very heated protest. Means not in a violent way, but in the sense that the message should be loud and clear. So
Mhm.
if we do not win, okay, like I don't want that we don't win.
Yeah.
Definitely, if we get a win, it's very good. But I don't think in terms of mentality we can win, because first of all, these egoistic people are not going to start Fernandez, because they when the in the press conference the journalists asked if Enzo Fernandez is going to start tomorrow. So Liam Rosenior didn't give a very confident answer.
Mhm.
Okay, so these egoistic people running this club, okay, I don't think that they are going to start Enzo Fernandez, and Bruno Fernandez is going to absolutely beat us in our asses. Absolutely beat us. He's going to make us so red in Stamford Bridge that we can't even sit for weeks. We cannot
Right.
sit for weeks. That is what's going to happen. So
Yes.
see, that's what happened to Manchester City also. When Enzo
Yeah.
Fernandez is always in the midfield, no, he creates the chaos. He works so hard. He works so hard. Even against PSG, he went for the second goal. After which Philippe Jorgensen showed why he's the best goalkeeper in the world. So uh, that's the reason.
Amazing, amazing, guys. Let's hope for a great game. Thank you so much, Rishabh Bhai, for coming on to the podcast. It didn't feel like it was your first time on the channel. You took the liberty and you were the voice for Chelsea fans across the world on how they're feeling. And as a football fan, I totally can understand. Also, as a fellow American-owned football club who suffered for years, I totally can understand. Thank you so much, Rishabh Bhai. So, people who are Chelsea fans or football fans in general who haven't had the chance to view Rishabh Bhai's content, please go check out Blue Dressing Room. That's the channel. All the links will be there in the description. And also, Vishal, thank you so much for agreeing to come on the podcast to talk about United as usual. Vishal on mic, his channel name as well. You have to follow this channel for some amazing fun, not just on Manchester United, but Vishal follows other football clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, but also F1 and cricket. So it's a whole rounded sports channel that you can take a look at on Instagram and on YouTube. So please go follow their channels. And thank you so much, guys, for coming. Any final closing thoughts regarding the game, regarding the podcast, anything that you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, podcast was brilliant. I am so glad that you invited us here, and it was a great time speaking to all of you guys. I hope we can connect soon in the future as well for more podcast. Loved it, absolutely loved it. You guys are amazing. And one last message to everyone: Blue Coat.
You should have put that. I
You go
had
out.
given you the chance. I had given you the chance to put that on your next to your name as well. After blue dressing room, blue co out.
Yeah, you just do that. You just do that while you're editing the videos. I actually forgotten because I removed it for my office conferences from my webcam. So I'll definitely put that in tomorrow's stream. I'm going for a live stream tomorrow, guys. So
Amazing.
I hope you guys be there on
Yes, yes,
Chen Bai's channel. Yep.
yes, yes. We will
Yeah, it
tune
was nice
into
meeting
the.
you.
Yeah, Vishal, please go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, Rishabh, bro. Really, it was really nice listening to you. And I do get, we do get how you feel this all this way, because we have been used to this at this point, So hopefully things turn around better for you guys. Hopefully you guys secure the fourth Champions League spot actually, and maybe we let's see if things get better. Hopefully, and it was a really good one. Hopefully we can meet again soon. Good one. Thank you guys. Thank you for a
Thank you
good
so
session.
much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much. And everybody who's tuning in to our channel as well. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Your support is what helps us bring guests like Rishabh Bhai and Vishal on the channel again and again. So thank you so much for all your support. And until next time, keep loving football, keep loving, have these debates. If you'd like to vent out your frustration like Rishabh Bhai on a platform, come call me up and I will give you this platform and listen to you. This is our therapy room, and we love talking about football, the game that we all love. So please do tune in, please provide your support, and thank you so much. And as I always say, my final thoughts before moving on to any podcast or any before I end the episode, please take care, stay safe in these times, and be aware of any corners taken quickly. Yeah. Take care. See you guys. Bye. Have a nice one.
Bye, guys. See you guys. See you.
Bye, guys.